Hi, this is Munson with Munson Music, and we're going to talk about how you can play through We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. And it starts out with this really cool intro lick where you could play the open D string, and then go to 2nd fret on the D, and then open G, and then 2nd fret on the G, and then open B, and then 2nd on the D, open G, 2nd on the G, open B, 2nd on the G, open G, and then 2 on the D string, open D, and then 2 on the G, open G, or open B, and then 2 on the G, and then back to open G. So you're kind of going D, 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 E, G, A, B, E, G, A, B, A, G, E, D, G, A, B, A, G, kind of through that lick. Now the chords that would kind of back that up start on the G major chord. When we play G major, first finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, second finger on the low E string on the 3rd fret, third finger on the B string on the 3rd fret, and the pinky on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds a G major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now you may also want to think about another G major, where you do first finger on the A string 2nd, second finger on the low E string 3rd, and third finger on the high E string on the 3rd fret. That's another way you can play your G major chord. And then from the G major chord on our intro, we go to an E minor chord. When we play E minor, first finger goes to the A on the 2nd fret, the second finger on the D string on the 2nd fret, and if you strum all those together, it sounds an E minor chord, and it sounds really sad. Now you might also want to think about adding in the third finger to the B string 3rd fret, pinky on the high E string 3rd fret, and if you strum all those together, that sounds an E minor 7 chord. So you may want to think about that with your E minors. And then from the E minor, we're going to be going to a C major chord. When we play C major, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret, and third finger on the A string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds a C major chord, and it sounds really happy. Now you may also want to think about using something called C major 9, where you do the first finger on the D string 2nd fret, second finger on the A string 3rd fret, third finger on the B string 3rd fret, and the pinky on the high E string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A to the high E string, that sounds a C major 9. So you may want to think about that for your C chord too. And then from the C, we're going to be going back to our G major chord, and another G major chord, and another G major chord, but then we go to a C major chord. Now a lot of times with a song like this though, I like to kind of add some things for rhythm, and you could do just 8 downs kind of on each chord. And if you kind of do that with kind of a muting thing, that might be kind of a cool way to kind of work it through the tune. E minor, C, G, 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 C. So you want to kind of play around with that. Or a lot of times I like to add something called a strum pattern. And one of my favorite strum patterns for a 4/4 like this is down, down, up, up, down, up. So if you took the G and just tried that a lot, you'd have down, down, up, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up, down, down, up, down, up. So we tried that through our intro progression. We'd have G, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, E minor, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, G, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, down, up. And there's some really cool changes in the bass part through that too. And a lot of times with that strum pattern, you can throw in a bass note on that first down of the down, down, up, up, down, up. So on the G, normally you would use your low E string for your bass on that chord. Although sometimes through the tune we'll use the A string, and that's called G/B, because you'd be playing a B note in the bass. On the E, or sometimes there's G/D too, actually, especially in the outro, you kind of hear the D string come out as a bass note on the G chord, actually in the intro too. And then on the E minor chord, we use the low E string for the bass. Although there's some places where you may want to try something called E minor/B, where you do the A string for your bass on that chord. And then on the C chord, you have the A for the bass. So if we tried that intro with kind of adding basses, we'd have G with a D bass, G/D, E minor/ or E minor, C with an A bass, G/D, G/D, G/B, C with an A bass. So you want to kind of find a way that works for you and kind of throwing it out there. And then from there, then we go into our verse part. And our verse starts on G major, and and then we go to a D major chord. When we play D major, first finger goes to the G string on the 2nd fret, second finger on the high E 2nd fret, and third finger on the B string on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the D string to the high E string, that sounds a D major chord, and it sounds really happy. And then from the D we go to our E minor chord, and then we go to a C major chord through our verse. Now you'll hear a couple different patterns through that. You could do kind of the downs through the verses. G, D, E minor, C. Or you could do that with the down, down, up, and have G, down, up, down, up, D, down, up, down, up, E minor, down, up, down, up, C, down, up, down, up. Or you could add basses to that and have G with the low E bass, D with the D bass, E minor with the low E bass, little rhythm through that part where you could do kind of a rest down twice on each chord. So you might want to kind of follow that to E minor, C, G, D, E minor, C. And after that first verse, after we do that progression 2 times, then we go into kind of a little piece of our chorus where we got the G, G, E minor, low E bass, C. Into our next verse part. So you may want to kind of mix it up. But something else you might want to try because of that rhythm is kind of doing a bass, down, up, kill it, down, almost like a reggae feel. So kind of a bass, down, up, kill it, down, G with low E bass, D with the D bass, E minor low E bass, C with an A bass. So I'm kind of doing a bass, down, up, killing the strings, and then doing another down on each chord. So bass, down, up, kill it, down, D with a D bass, down, kill it, down, E minor with low E bass, C with an A bass, G with low E bass, D with a D bass, E minor with low E bass, C with an A bass. And then from that verse, then we go into our little piece of our chorus again. You can try that with kind of that reggae feel too. So we got G, G, E minor, C, G slash B, G slash B, C. And then from there, then we'll be going into our kind of a full-blown verse, kind of 4 times through. And we have kind of that G, D, E minor, C. Or you may want to kind of take all those different ways that we're talking about, kind of playing those chord progressions and kind of mixing them up. Or finding a way that works for you and kind of running with it. Switching between them can be very cool. D, E minor, C. And then from there, we'll be going into our next chorus. Now on this particular chorus, to lead into the bridge part at the very end, instead of doing the C chord, we do an A minor chord. When we play A minor, first finger goes to the B string on the 1st fret, second finger on the D string 2nd fret, and third finger on the G string on the 2nd fret. And if you strum all those together, that sounds an A minor chord, and it sounds really, really sad. Now you may also want to think about using something called A7 sus, where you do the first finger on the D string 2nd fret, second finger on the G string 2nd fret, third finger on the B string on the 3rd fret, and the pinky on the high E on the 3rd fret. And if you strum the A string to the high E string, that sounds an A7 sus. So you want to think about that too. So we tried kind of that next chorus, then we have the G, G, E minor, C, G slash D, G slash D, and then G slash B, then we go to A minor and A bass. And then from there, then we'll be going into our bridge part. And our bridge kind of takes a lot of the things that we were talking about, kind of mixes them up. So we'd have the C, A minor, E minor, D, C, A minor, E minor, and then we kind of got a big build up on D at the very end of that. And you hear this cool little guitar riff come in there, where you could play 12th fret on the high E as a pull off to 8th fret, and then go to 10th fret on the high E to pull off to 7, and then 8th fret on the high E to 5th, and then 7th to 3rd, and then 5th to 2nd, and then we go to 3rd fret on the B string. So you may want to kind of do a big hit on the D, and then kind of follow that line. And then from there, they'll be going into our next verse. So we can kind of keep that going with that G, D, E minor, C, G, D, E minor, C. And then from there, then we go back into our chorus part. So we're back to our G, verse again. So back to our G, D, E minor, C, G, D, E minor, C, G, D, E minor, C. And then from there, then we go back into our chorus part. So back to our G, G, E minor, to our verse part. It's kind of our last verse. We're gonna have the G, D, E minor, C, G, D, E minor, C, G, D, E minor, C. Or if you want to play around with it, feel free. G, D, and then we kind of have a big hit on the E minor. And then we go back into our chorus part. So we're back to our G, G, E minor, C, G, G slash B, C, G slash D, G slash D, E minor, C, take all these ideas and kind of find a way that works for you to kind of follow through and sing. It always be kind of a cool way to kind of play around with the song. G slash B, C. But that's the basics of how you get Strum through We Didn't Start the Fire by Billy Joel. So good luck!